All right, welcome back to our class on the 15th chapter in Basics of Biblical Hebrew. Today we're going to be going through the workbook on Lesson 1, basically 15th chapter on cow imperfect strong verbs. So let's go ahead and jump right into it and go through this. This homework is going to be broken up into two parts. We're going to go through the parsing and inflecting of the verbs. And then we're also going to go through translation in the second part, okay? And so there'll be a part 1 and a part 2 here. And let's go ahead and go through. I'm going to read through and go through here. Timkaru here is our first verb that they give to us, Timkaru. And we can look at the prefix of the tav with the hirik and then the shurik here for the subformative here. That tells us that that's cow stem. That is imperfect conjugation, and that is second masculine plural from makar, to buy or to sell. To buy. Here. Number 2, we have yirdof. We have the hirik and the yod for the prefix, and there's no suffix on here, so this must be third masculine singular, yirdof, and it's cow imperfect. Third masculine singular from radaf, which means to chase after or to pursue. The tick bolts right here is it has no ending on here, so that's tells you, but it does have a tav, a prefix, which tells you that it's not the third masculine singular, but this has to be, it is a cow stem, imperfect, either a third feminine singular or a second masculine singular. They're identical. And there are 2 of the 4 that are identical here. So tick boats can be the third feminine singular or second masculine singular from kavats, to gather. Number 4, tikkeru, tikretu. Tikretu is you got the prefix of the tav, hirik, and then the shurik for the suffix, and that will tell us here that is a cow imperfect second masculine plural from karat in here. So that is second masculine plural. Whenever you see that shurik there and the tav in the front, that's going to tell you the second masculine plural in the imperfect. Number 5, you have yishmeru. Yishmeru, you have the preformative yod, hirik, with the subformative shurik here. That would be a cow imperfect third masculine plural. That's just like what we have in the perfect common, a third common plural. But you need to look at the prefix too to see what the prefix is telling you here. From shamar, to guard or to keep. Nishmor is number 6. That is the noon here is the key here. This is telling us that this is first common plural. Noon tells us this in the imperfect, that this is a cow imperfect first common plural from shamar. Here's your stem vowel of your holem vav, of your holem right here. Here's your stem vowel right here. This in the strong cow stem verbs. Now yimlechu, we see the yod, hirik, tells us that is imperfect, and then the person is the shurik in the back here is telling us that this is third masculine plural. So you got the yod and the shurik telling us that it's a cow stem, imperfect, third masculine plural from malak. We have the next one, number 8, is tis korana. This is another one of those duplicates right here. There's 2 of them, and you have to tell which one it is here. You have the Nana sisters here, the noon, the comments, and the hay. So that's a cow, imperfect, either a third feminine plural or a second feminine plural from zakar, which means to remember. Okay, tiktevi, tiktevi, tiktevi. You have the prefix of the tav hierarch and then the hierarch yod suffix. Tells you that that's second feminine singular. So that'll be kal, imperfect, second feminine singular from katav. Number 10 is esrof. Esrof. The aleph with the segal is the dead ringer to tell you that that is an imperfect first common singular, and that saraf is the stem, or is actually the root here. So you have your stem vowel, your holum here. So that tells you that that is a imperfect, kal imperfect first common singular from saraf, to burn. Okay, eshbor, number 11, eshbor. Again, you got the aleph with the segal and the holum as the stem vowel. That's a kal imperfect first common singular from shabar, to break. Number 12 here is hetis refu, and we got of course we find the top with the hierarch here. Tells us the prefix that's imperfect, and the shurich here is telling us that it is second masculine plural. And then we have a interrogative particle that's attached to the verb, which is asking a question. So this is a kal stem imperfect conjugation, second masculine plural from saraf with an interrogative particle attached to it. Number 13, we have hayim kur, which we recognize the prefix here of the yod and the hierarch and the stem vowel of the holum. So this must be third masculine singular imperfect with a interrogative particle. So we parse it as kal imperfect third masculine singular from makar with the interrogative particle, asking a question here. Number 14, hetizkor. Again, we have the tav and the hierarch that's telling us that's imperfect. And then we have the holum as the stem vowel telling us it's imperfect also. We have the kal. So this is kal imperfect. This is either third feminine singular or second masculine singular with, from zakar, with an interrogative particle here. That's the other form, the other identical form of the third feminine singular or second masculine singular. Remember, we have two identical forms. We have the third feminine singular and second masculine singular, and then we have the Nana sisters, which is the also the plurals that you have in here: third feminine plural and second feminine plural. Okay, let's go to Ed Roche. Ed Roche. We see the aleph here again with a segal. That's telling us that's first common singular. It's a kal imperfect first common singular from darash. Dalet resh shin. So where we get the word midrash from. It means to basically to search out, to find, to pull out. Okay. Let's go ahead and inflict some verbs, or inflecting verbs. I like to say inflicting verbs here. Okay, we have they want to give you the kal imperfect first common singular from katal. Remember, the aleph is the first common singular with the segal, and then the holum then the holum for the stem vowel. That's what we have. Aleph with segal, holum ektol, ektol. Number 2, kal imperfect third masculine singular from mahar. They want his third masculine singular. Of course, all we have to do then is just add a yod here and yim kor. Yimkor. Cow, imperfect second feminine singular, a kavats, to gather. Okay, we want to put a tav here with a hirik. Okay, and be tik besi. Remember the hirik yod at the end tells you it's second feminine singular. Tik besi. Cow imperfect third feminine singular from lakad is tilkod. Tilkod. Number 5, the cow imperfect first common plural from shavar, to break, or is basically, remember, first common singular is the aleph with the segal, first common plural is the noon with the hirik. Nishbor. Nishbor. Cow imperfect third masculine plural from katav, to write, is yiktevu. Yiktevu. It's actually the shurik here with a yod with a hirik is the preformative. Shurik is the formative, yod hirik is the preformative. Yiktevu. Cow imperfect second masculine plural from zachar, to remember, is tizkeru. Tizkeru. Cow imperfect third feminine plural from shamar is tizmorna. Tizmorna. That's one of the Nana sisters here. It's identical to the second feminine plural. The context will have to tell you the difference here. Number 9, we have the cow imperfect second feminine plural from shamar, which again is the tizmorna. Identical. Two are identical here. Third feminine plural and the second feminine plural. Context will tell you which one it is. All right, let's go ahead and go up here to number 10. Number 10, we have karat. They want to know the cow imperfect second feminine singular. So that would be, remember, second feminine singular has the hirik yod suffix and the tav for the prefix, so it's tikrati. Tikrati. Cow imperfect first common singular. Remember, imperfect first common singular is the aleph with the segal and the holum as the stem vowel. So it would be esrof. Esrof. Cow imperfect first common plural. Remember, that's the noon with the hirik added to the and then you have the holum stem vowel. So it's nidrosh. Nidrosh. So we have the cow imperfect second masculine plural from kavar, which basically is tikveru. Tikveru in here. And so that's going to tell you that that is the second masculine plural. Cow imperfect third feminine plural is shavar. To break is tishborna. Tishborna. So basically it's one of the Nana sisters, third feminine plural here. Okay? And the cow imperfect second feminine plural from shavar is tishborna also. Identical. And the nas are the third feminine plurals and the second feminine plurals. Alright, well that basically takes care of everything for this lesson here. For this part of the workbook on lesson chapter 15. Be sure to review and go back through it and just go back over the paradigms, because it's very important that you don't mix the imperfect paradigms, subformative endings, with the perfect conjugation subformative endings too. So just keep reviewing it and writing it down and going through it. And we'll see you on the next lesson on 15b. And talk to you later, okay? Shalom Aleichem. Bye-bye.